Hello, crafty friends. Hope you guys are doing great. Wanted to spend a little time today going over snippet rolls. If you are, well, like we all do, have a ton of scraps, both fabric and paper, like we do, folders and folders of scrap paper, as well as piles and piles of scrap fabric. This is the project for you. Aside from snippet rolls and master boards, I think the snippet rolls are such a great way to just use up those scraps. And we have no shortage of snippet rolls. We have miles and miles and miles of snippet rolls. So today, just wanted to go over some of the ones that we have, as well as some ideas to get you started. So let's do that. First one is our fabric snippet roll. These are cut from one large panel. So what we would do is take a full yard of fabric. This is a yard of camel, just washed it, that's why it's a little wrinkled. Camel fabric. This is from Walmart, so this is a 36 by 44 inch single yard for $3.44. So what we do is take, you could use cotton, you could use linen, you could use muslin, whatever you have on hand. Actually, you don't have to run out and buy anything specific, but we would cut this 1 yard in fours as evenly as possible, and then just decorate them from there. So let me show you the fabric and versus the paper. Okay, so this roll, this snippet roll here, is one that we do have for sale. So this is made from a full yard that, like I said, that we cut into panels, and then we just this is, I think this is about an 1.5 inches, and these make perfect belly bands. These are great tuck spots. We'll show you in a little bit later. So this one we have for sale is very plain. So we have added some beads and some buttons along the way, but a lot of people have requested just to have basic snippet roll. And this is a wonderful rustic vintage style. These are all vintage fabrics. So again, these are very lightly decorated. So if you want to have just a plain snippet roll, a fabric snippet roll, these are just, with our base fabrics, we went ahead and sewn on some laces. We have some shears. We have some cottons. And then I have added some sweater fabric. We have here some burlap. So there's lots of different things that you can add to these, and they look great. You just put them on one big roll, cut them in strips, and then you could use them from there. You could sell them, you can use them in your journals, however you want to use them, but these are perfect for just about anything. And you can cut these up and make tags out of them. Look how pretty that would be as a tag, right? So that's that. So again, this is our simple fabric snippet roll. This here is another idea if you are making these for yourself or to sell. This is a ruffle roll. we are going to be doing a video on this pretty soon. These are just machine stitched right down. We have used, these are, let's see, this is muslin. So these are scrap fabrics that we had gotten, you know, that you acquire over doing all of your projects. So these are all different sizes, all different types of lace. This is cotton with lace. This is lace on lace. This is actually muslin with an eyelet lace, and this is actually muslin with cotton on top of it. So anything that you have and you want to use up, just sew it together. And trust me, it works, because you don't even know how many times you will go back to your snippet rolls and cut a piece to make something for your journal. We are constantly pulling these out. That's why we have so many. We have yards and yards of snippet rolls. Okay, this is a snippet roll that is completely decorated. So this is one that I just finished this probably about a week ago. So this is the same concept as the original fabric snippet roll, except for we've added lots of goodies on here. We've added some buttons. This is actually a vintage brooch, sewn in some pearls, some rhinestones, some beads, some organza flowers, paper flowers, some words. So this one is, I believe it's still for sale. So again, some little rhinestones. We've added some crochets, a little heart outline, some pretty little flowers, some more beads, some little paper hearts. So it's pretty much like sky's the limit to what you want to add to your snippet rolls. But getting the foundation and making it is key, because once you have the roll made, you could sit on the couch, watch TV, bring down some goodies, some beads and appliques and a bunch of stuff with you, and sit in front of the TV and add them. This was a part of a vintage earring that we had added. So these really, really are so beautiful. You can add these to your journal covers. So for this one here, this one is not evenly cut. This one we left however it was. So this is, the base is, I think, 2 inches. Oh yeah, and there is exposed stitching on the back for anything that we slow stitched. So anything that that we've added, we just left, because really in a perfect world, you know, journals aren't going to be even. So yes, we left this one just as is. Okay, another one, a completed snippet roll here is this one. This one has more color. So we've introduced a variety of different colors here. But the base foundation for this is the neutral browns and the creams and the ivories and the beiges. So we've added a little purple flower here, a little green stem here. Okay. We've added some little goodies here, a little vintage chair, a little coffee cup, part of a doily, a little pink flower here, some more green stems with another flower, a little purple with some purple beads, a little pink flower. We've added some other goodies here. So some of these are slow stitched. These beads are slow stitched. These are slow stitched. So we have lots of different little elements here for, okay. So this one is completed. Again, sky's the limit when you are making your snippet rolls. And just think about all this fabric scrap busting that you are doing when you are making these. So much fabric we we use up just making our snippet rolls. And these are wonderful. Okay, this is another one that is not completed, but it's, we just basically just started this. This has been, this is actually on wired ribbon. As you could tell, we just started, you know, slow stitching and basting our fabrics on there. So clearly, if you're sitting in front of the TV, you don't have your sewing machine. So you can always get your fabrics together and just space stitch them. So you have them where you want them. And when you are ready to sew, or if you're not machine sewing, you can just hand stitch or slow stitch each of your pieces. So you can always do that. If you are not hand stitching and you want to glue, you can always glue them on. I recommend a Fabric Fusion type glue or a Fabric Fusion glue stick. Let's see, we have one from I can't find it, but we do have, they do sell them online, and we had gotten one from Hobby Lobby. So again, this whole piece is just one, and you can also use up your ribbon. Any of you who have tons and tons of rolls of ribbon, you can use ribbon as your base. So again, this one was just base stitch, so this isn't even machine sewn. This is just basted. So that's always another option too, because you don't have to complete everything in one shot. You can just save this for later, for another time. But putting it together and creating it the way that you want it for a future date is really also a good option for you, because you're halfway there. So now you have it put together and it'll be ready for a later date. Okay, so another idea for using up your fabric, these are mini snippet rolls that we have created, and we just put them on one big roll here. Just roll it and unroll it and unroll it, and as you could tell that we've been using them. So we just took our scrap fabric and we just ran it through the sewing machine and made one giant roll. So actually we had put them on this cardboard here because this is a lot easier to see when what you are going to need, what colors you want to use, because I mean we use these a lot, as you can tell. But as you're making them, if you have a one giant long strip, just wrap them around your cardboard where you can actually see the strips, so you know what colors you want to use when you need them. So like this morning I needed some peaches and creams, so I had to cut this. Another great way to use up your we did the I just showed you the ruffles. So this is how we keep our ruffles. We can actually keep them on a cardboard too. So this way, like I said, you can see everything that you have. Even as well, even like our trim, we pin it. We pin everything on our board so we see them, see what we have. So look at all the fabric we've been able to use up. Great Scrapbuster. I highly recommend it, and it's very relaxing to sit and sew these because you're using up your scraps and you're just sitting and relaxing. This is one that I showed you from our previous video. This was left over from a big giant collage that fabric collage that we made. We just chopped it up. This isn't even done either, but this is ready for us to use whenever we need it, which is great. You take what you need, sew it together, and that's it. Okay, so another way to use up paper and fabric together. These are little clusters that were made from, they were on a big roll, but we cut them as we need them. So these are neutrals. These are little fabrics and papers, laces, whatever we had available. We have a dozen different styles. So those are your neutrals. These are the neutrals and our blacks. This one here is just fabric. So again, we took a piece of paper and we just stuck it right through the sewing machine. Just put all, you just take a basket of little pieces, and then as you're running it right through the machine, you're just adding little pieces, and you just go. And before you know it, you have a mile-long cluster. Okay, so this is paper on paper. So these are just, oh, this has fabric on it too. So this is, look how many little pieces of scrap paper and fabric that you use. All these little pieces are sitting around. Now you can make something really pretty with them. This is just fabric, look. So we have some laces and some shears. And these are used up so much. Like I said, these are used all the time for everything. This is just lace and book pages. These are perfect for belly bands. Lots of things. So when you're cutting up your clusters, they kind of look like this. They're perfect little, you can use them as tucks. When you cut them up, put them on your page. And that's it. That's your cluster roll cut up and ready to be used for your journals. This is what they look like, and they're just really, really cute. They make such a great addition to your journals. If you're adding them to tags, perfect. These, oh yeah, these are, I want to show you guys too. These are long clusters. These aren't pieces. These are a couple of long clusters that we made. These are perfect to put on a page. You know, if you're putting them on the right side of your page, your left side, you can keep them long, use long strips. We all have these long strips of paper. So look how pretty those are, that these would be on a page. Okay. So to our paper and fabric snippet rolls. These are, yeah, these have been cut. Long snippet rolls. These are on regular copy paper, and we took a big pile one day and we sat and made all of these snippet rolls. And look at the amount of fabric and paper we were able to use up. How about that? And again, these we just use, for these we just use plain copy paper, because once we decorate them, these are just these haven't even been sewn yet. These are just glued. We just use some fabric glue sticks just to keep them here. But so now that they're ready for us to use when we need them, right? So if we needed to take a piece from this snippet roll, if we needed a piece, we just cut it, sew it, use it, and that's it. So the reason that we used plain copy paper is because once we sew it, and you're going to see stitch lines, you're not going to be able to write on the back. So we just use a simple copy paper, because when we are done decorating it, we're going to put some cardstock, a heavier cardstock. And then this way, if you're using these for tags or for writing spots where someone's going to need to write, then they'll have a plain spot without stitching on the back. So look at the amount of fabrics and papers that we have been able to use up. So if this isn't a Scrapbuster, I don't know what is. And it's actually, you'll find that this is very addictive. You'll be doing it for a very long time, and then you can't stop. And before you know it, you have a mountain of snippet rolls. Okay, so we want to show you the ones that we have completed. These, I do believe, are still for sale. These are our vintage. These have, see, there is no stitching on the back, but there is, we did use our cotton here. So these are about 1.5 inches. I think, I don't know, I think these are 2 inches wide. Again, we didn't cut out the fabric that's sticking out. This is tulle. We just left it. So it kind of gives like a, if you want to cut it as needed, you could just trim it. So these are our completed. This is our vintage themes, a moment in time. So we have our ladies, we have some clocks, some vintage birdies, some butterflies. And the reason that we made this snippet roll assorted is because this can accommodate many different types of journals. If you are doing a botanical theme, you can use the butterflies and the birds and the flowers for that. You can use these flowers. If you are using a vintage themed, you could use the ladies and the clocks. And so this isn't just for one theme. So we have the mushrooms, we have some more ladies, we have the men, we have our little bird cages. So just wonderful. These turned out so great. So this is what your snippet roll will look like when you are done. So like I said, creating your snippet roll ahead of time and even just creating a base roll really, really helps you, because this way you could, again, just sit and relax and then decorate your own. Okay, so this is our bird themed snippet roll. This is sort of our vintage style roll here. Awesome. I just love the way these birds turned out. These are really, really beautiful. And they're, again, intended to just cut. So in this one, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'd be about 6 snippet rolls and snippets in this roll. So this one, these are, the completed ones are intentionally made to have sections to cut. So it kind of guides you to know where each one, and you don't have to stick to it. You could cut wherever you want, but it's good to have a little foundation to know where you would be cutting. Okay. And last but not least, I think this is still for sale. Last time I got yelled at for saying something was for sale and it wasn't. So I think so. I think I should check. Okay, so this is our Paris snippet roll. This snippet roll here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clusters to cut here. So this snippet roll actually has tucks with little pockets. Again, intentionally separated to have sections to cut. So this one, this little section here has a little area to put tags in and little notes. So this is a very unique snippet roll. We've added cute little stuff in here. Little Paris themed items. So how cute is that, right? It's already done for you. You just cut it and put it right into your journal. This one has a little tuck spot too. So that's really lots of fun. So that's it for our snippets. I wanted to give you guys a quick shop update. As you guys know, we've been making these cell phone and tablet pillows. And we have 3 new additions to our collection. I think we have 65 different patterns. And these are great because right now all of our stuff, our iPads and everything are sitting on cell phone pillows. So We have this snowman pattern. How cute for winter, right? All year round. Just a little vintage little snow guy. And it's not really like a bold pattern, but it's just something so pretty about the birds and the bird houses with the snowmen. And then we've added winter kitties. This has been very popular. So cute. All of our phones and tablets are currently sitting on these pillows. We have one in every room of the house. And our farmhouse buffalo check. So just a little update to let you guys know, because someone asked for the buffalo check and more farmhouse patterns. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I just wanted to do a quick update on the snippet rolls. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. And if you have any ideas for future videos, we have, I think, let's see here, so seven requests for master boards. So that is something that I love personally, love to do, because again, that is such a big scrapbuster and something really fun to do. And that, I think, will be our next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay well, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Thank you.